before you answer the question of Honorable Marcoleta, may I be cleared out po yung sa aking motion. So my motion is on the table. So may I know the decision of the chair?
Tapos na po. Na-declare na
So,
nakapag-act na po ang chair.
Okay, so wala na po tayong ano doon.
Wala na po.
Okay.
There is no pending motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, to answer the question of the Honorable Marcoleta with respect to the totality of acts of Attorney Lopez, the Chair already explained it clearly in my opening remarks. And I will repeat, Congressman Marcoleta. While Attorney Lopez presented herself as respectful or courteous, nakita po ng committee na ang kanyang mga sagot at mga pagkilos mula sa mag-umpisa ng inquiry nito ay evasive, uncooperative, and untruthful. Ang suma total at kabuuan ng kanyang mga acts and responses ultimately convinced the committee that Attorney Lopez was guilty of interfering in and frustrating Congress' exercise of its power of legislative inquiry. Halimbawa, isolated incident lang daw ang kanyang pagtanggal kay Yusek Gloria Mercado sa DepEd, subalit napaamin rin siya kalaunan na may mga iba pa siyang mga tinatanggal na opisyal sa DepEd kahit na hindi siya opisyal nito. Paulit-ulit din pong sinabi ni Atty. Lopez na wala siyang alam sa utilization ng Confi Fund ng OPP. Paulit-ulit ito na sagot, subalit may mga dokumento at ebidensya kagaya na lamang ng mga sulat sa COA at testimonya mismo ng iba pa nitong resource persons na nagtuturo kay Atty. Lopez bilang involved hindi lang sa pag-request ng Confi Fund kundi pati na rin sa utilization at liquidation nito. Inamin ni Atty. Lopez na sila ng kanyang assistant COS na si Lemuel Ortoño ang nakalagda sa sulat sa COA patungo sa liquidation ng confidential funds. Inamin niya rin na nag-issue siya ng isa pang sulat na tinatangkang pigilan ng ang COA sa pag-comply sa isang sabina mula sa kongresong ito. Ilang beses rin po nakatanggap ang committee ng mga iba pang sulat mula kay Atty. Lopez na tumatangging humarap sa komite on the basis of the same grounds na kanyang inilahad sa sulat ng COA. Kung titignan po ang totality of Atty. Lopez acts, malinaw na mayroong clear, persistent, and willful attempt to interfere, frustrate, and defeat the inquiry undertaken by the committee. Dito ay nahatulan siya ng contempt under Section 11F of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. During the course of the hearing, Atty. Lopez was asked, tinanong po siya kung sila po ay nagsampa ng kaso dito po sa Supreme Court. Dito po sa request ng Kamara para humingi po ng mga dokumento at sinabi po niya ay hindi. Ang act po ng Congress, ito po ay nadesisyonan na noong nakaraang committee hearing at kung meron man pong question sa constitutionality na ginagawa po ng Kamara at any time po pwede po tayong mag-question sa Supreme Court via petition for certiorari. Maraming salamat po, Congressman Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, yun nga po yung tinatanong ko sa inyo kanina kung paano ginanap yung assessment ng totality of evidence. Sapagkat kung napansin po ninyo, isinama po yung di umano ay pagtatanggal ng ibang kawani ng DepEd na wala yatang ang pagkakatingin ko po sa mga minutes ay wala pong due process na pinagtatanggal po sila. Isa po yun yata sa ebidensya na ipinasok ninyo sa totality. Tama po ba?
Isa lamang po yun sa mga napag-usapan po.
Gusto ko lamang pong puntuhan yun sapagkat ako po bilang isa, tinanggal po ako sa lahat ng aking committee. Hindi ko man lang po alam kung ano yung kasalanan ko. I was not even informed. The first element of due process is notice. I was not notified. What did I do wrong? Wala po. Pero pinagtatanggal po ako, tinanggap ko naman eh. Pero wala pong due process. Yung po ang gusto kong ipaintindi rin. Pati nga po yung membership ko sa Commission on Appointments na wala namang kinalaman dito sa gawain natin sa Kongreso, tinanggal din po ako ron. Meron po bang due process? Tingnan po ninyo yung ginawa niyang sulat.
Point of order,
Point
Mr.
of
Chairman,
order.
point of order.
What is the point
I
of
think,
order,
Mr.
Congressman
Chairman, the
Fernandez?
good gentleman is not under investigation in this committee, and we are investigating other matter. If you wanted to be investigating
Mr.
that
Chair,
matter, I think,
I
Mr. Chairman,
still
this is not
have
the right
the
point
floor,
of
Mr.
order is
Chair.
proper.
I still have the
What is-
floor, Mr.
what is the
Marcoleta.
point of
I'm still-
order?
the point
Congressman
of order.
Marcoleta,
to
please wait to
suspend,
be
Mr.
recognized.
Chair.
1 minute
Pwede
suspension
po bang
declared by the
pigilan
chair.
ng isang nagsasalita?
Mr. Chair, while you are suspended, may we respectfully request that all the employees of the Office of the Vice President sit together so that we can easily confer with each other because the other employees are
Bakit nandyan siya?
quite few seats away from us. So we want to sit together so that we can confer easily with each other. Please, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Close it. Enough lang. Enough half only. Ah, you ask your daddy lah. Your daddy asked me among...
May I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Bakit nandyan?
Committee hearing resumes.
Mr. Chair. May I continue, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair,
The point of
Congressman
order.
Apop is recognized.
with the indulgence of the Honorable Marcoleta, Mr. Chair, I think we might as well agree to disagree with one another here. Bago po tayo magpatuloy. Di po ba?
Yes, I agree, Congressman Apop.
So, we follow our rules. The Honorable Marcoleta is a member of this Congress, so he knows the rules and he is obligated to follow the rules. Otherwise, he'll be declared out of order and be taken out of this room. So, for all of us, members of Congress, let's follow the House rules. That's why they are there, for orderly proceedings. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Apop. We will now proceed to the next item in our agenda. Wala na po
Mr.
tayo.
Chair, respectfully, may I say something?
Yes, Honorable.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Honorable Vice
Mr. Chair.
President, before I recognize you, would you like to take your oath?
Yeah.
I will only recognize you if you will take your oath.
Okay,
Okay?
let's do this.
Please administer the oath of the Honorable Vice President.
Your Honor, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry, so help you God? Yeah, oath has been administered, Your Honors.
Thank you. I will recognize you now,
Okay.
Honorable Vice President.
Yes. Mr. Chair, the position of Undersecretary and Assistant Secretaries and other appointed positions are positions of trust and confidence by the appointing authority. The resignation letters of the USEX and ASEX of DepEd were accepted by the appointing authority. And who is that? Mr. Chair. The President of the Republic of the Philippines. It is not the Secretary of the Department of Education. So you ask the President of the Republic of the Philippines why he accepted the resignation of the USEX and the ASEX.
What is the point, Honorable Vice President?
Sinasabi ko sa inyo, bakit nyo kine-question ang due process? Tanungin nyo ang appointing authority, bakit niya tinanggap ang resignation letter?
Madam Vice President,
Yes, sir.
we will, wala pa po tayo dun sa usapin na yun.
Sa anong usapin,
Later
sir?
later po, sa binabanggit po ninyo.
Sa anong
Wala
usap-
pa po tayo sa period of interpellation. Bubuksan ko pa lamang po ang period of interpellation.
Yes, sir. Nandun na kayo sa topic. Hindi po tayo nag-i-interpellation
Madam
ngayon.
Vice President, nag-uusap po muna ang mga miyembro.
Yes,
So,
sir.
please, to respect yung
Yes,
mga...
I am very respectful. I am dovetailing from Congressman Marcoleta. The appointing authority is the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Why are you questioning due process in a discussion of resignation of USEX and ASEX?
Wala pa pong nagtatanong about that, Madam Vice President.
Sir, kinontempt nyo
Madam-
na sir, dinetain nyo na yung tao for due process.
Madam Vice President,
Sir, nasa loob ng detention ang tao because you question due process. Asaan ang explanation ng due process ninyo doon? Nasaan?
Madam Vice
Tinanong
President,
kita kanina, I'm sorry sir, tinanong kita kanina, sino ang appointing authority? USEC ng ASEC, anong sagot mo? Secretary. Hindi mo alam.
Hindi pa po ako nagsumasagot.
Hindi mo. Nakita kita, sumagot. Camera. Kita kita sumagot. Sinabi mo, Secretary. Hindi ninyo alam lahat
One
na
minute
ang
suspension.
nag-a-appoint
One
ay
minute
President.
suspension is declared by the Chair.
Can we observe proper decorum, Mr. Chairman?
Pasaway.
Suspend. Suspended.
Viper. Hina yung ano ngayon. To the rescue.
Mr. Chair, respectfully, the personnel of the Office of the Vice President want to sit with me. Yes. Sir.
Sit with you para mapag ano mo. Entitled talaga siya.
咁你哋 WhatsApp 同我哋講唔舒服，有咩用啫？我又唔係醫生，我咪叫你飲多啲水咯。咁飲多啲水又話冇誠意咯。
咁係咪你冇用，我哋就講都唔講得啊？
唔係，但係我想提出一個點，就係、如果係同居，咁我
Chairman,
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair,
may I be
Yes,
allowed?
Madam Vice
Yes.
President.
you need to reconsider that extension of your detention. It was illegal in the first place. You asked the president why he accepted the resignation. Do not ask due process.
Lami kang why?
Mr. Chair. Yes, Congressman Paduano. Congressman Nakop.
Mr. Chair, Madam Vice President, if you have any question insofar as the actions of this committee are concerned, I think the proper remedy is for you to go to the court.
Sir, I will go to court.
Opo, pero
Oo,
that is
pero
your-
araw-araw, you are depriving a person of her liberty while I await
that is precisely the point, ma'am.
the...
If our action of detaining your chief of staff is against the law, I think the proper remedy, and I think you're a lawyer,
Yes, sir.
the proper remedy is to go to the court.
Sir, do you really want to show the Filipino people kung anong kaalaman ninyo sa batas?
Ang sinasabi ko lang po ay sundin
Oo.
po natin yung batas
Kaya
dito
nga,
sa
sir,
House.
sundin natin yung
Kasi
batas.
nandito po kayo dito sa bahay ng Kongreso.
Yes, sir. Sundin natin yung batas. Why will you penalize, punish Yusek Lopez for an act of the president?
Madam Vice President, that is the decision of the committee as a whole. Sana po respetuhin po ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Kung meron pong
Okay.
remedy, alam naman po ninyo bilang abogado na tama po yung sinasabi ni Congressman Akop, pwede po tayong mag-file ng relief sa
Okay,
court.
sige, sir. Tinutulungan ko lang kayo, sir, kasi napapahiya ang Pilipinas. Ganito ba ang House of Representatives? Tinutulungan ko lang kayo.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Vice President.
With all due respect,
Yes,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman
Mr. Chair, I move that we
Deputy
strike
Speaker
out. Yeah, I move that we
Suarez.
strike out that last comment said about the House of Representatives. I don't think that is warranted. Neither is it fair to make statements such as that. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
And Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
may
Congressman
we
Dan
remind all
Fernandez.
the resource persons to address the chairman kasi nakakawala po ng respeto sa committee na to kung hindi po natin i-address ang chairman. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We will now continue to the next item in our agenda. We will now proceed to the interpellation proper. The first to interpolate is the Honorable Congressman Ako.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I ask Mr. Edward Farda? Mr. Farda, you were the special disbursing officer during the period when Vice President Sara Duterte was the Secretary of DepEd.
Your Honor, Mr.
Edward Farda, you're recognized.
Chair. Your Honor, Mr. Chair, I confirm.
Thank you. Would you also confirm the 3 land bank checks, each amounting to 37.5 million, were issued to you as payee and were encashed by you? Would you confirm that?
Mr. Farda, you are recognized.
Your Honor, I confirm.
Thank you. And would you also confirm that you certified the correctness of the liquidation reports on the use of the DepEd confidential funds and in fact issued the corresponding certification? Would you confirm that?
Mr. Chair, pwede pong paulit lang po nung question regarding dun sa issue ng certification.
Congressman Akop, please continue. Please repeat.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Farda, did you certify to the correctness of the liquidation reports on the use of the DepEd confidential funds, and in fact issued the corresponding certification?
Mr. Chair, wala kaming kakampi dito, walang maka-point of order para sa amin. How can you ask a resource person without
Madam
giving him
Vice-
copies? Without giving him
Mr.
copies?
Chair, point of
Madam
order,
Vice
Mr. Chair.
President, please wait to be recognized.
Give him copies.
Point of order. What's the point of order of the Honorable
Yes,
Castro?
Mr. Chair, Representative Akop is asking our resource person, why is it that the Vice President is batting?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
the point of order
Kasi
is
wala
dapat
kaming
ganun.
kakampi dito, ma'am.
Pero dapat
Walang
pakinggan
One
maka-point
minute,
of
this is the clear
order.
petition.
Well, point of order.
Castro Laban. Paano naman? Ayan na. Halata ka na.
Nakakaranta ako doon. First time ko rito.
Session resumes. Please continue, Congressman Akop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I proceed, I would like to ask COA. Sige. COA, would you agree that three land bank checks, each amounting to 37.5 million, were issued to Mr. Edward Farda as payee?
Attorney Camora, you are recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And did Mr. Edward Farda certify to the correctness of the liquidation reports on the use of the DepEd confidential funds, and in fact issued the corresponding certification?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. And Mr. Fajarda and Madam Acosta also prepared the corresponding accomplishment reports for the use of the DepEd confidential funds. Would that be correct?
Mr. Fajarda, yes, Mr. Chair.
Could you please repeat your answer, Madam?
For Mr. Fajarda for DepEd, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Sapat naman po.
Now, may I know, Mr. Edward Fajarda, si Miss Sunshine po ay asawa po ninyo?
Yes, Your Honor. You're correct.
Yes. And Miss Sunshine Fajarda ay nagtatrabaho rin doon sa office ng Vice President.
During DepEd po, kasama po siya.
Yes, thank you. Now, Mr. Chair, para lang ma-recall po natin, si Miss Sunshine ang pinangalanan ng ating mga resource persons natin nung mga nakaraang hearing na nag-abot ng payola money sa mga empleyado ng DepEd at sinasabi niya na ito ay galing kay Vice President Sara. Bagay na bagay sa kanya ang kanyang pangalan. Talagang sunshine siya dahil paano ba naman hindi iilaw ang mukha mo pag naabutan ka ng pera? Meanwhile, si Mr. Farda naman ang pinapangalan nung nakaraang hearing na nung una ay nagproproseso ng payola money through land bank payroll accounts ng field personnel, pero due to supposed security reasons, hiningi niya ang personal ATM account numbers para doon na lang ipapadala ang payola ng field personnel, effectively bypassing the official documentation of all the transactions. In short, Mr. Farda, kayong mag-asawa ay nagtatrabaho para kay Vice President Sara. Tama po ba?